Hey there, this is Delta Zero of LivingVicariouslyHD, and today I think I'm going to do my first official formal vlog. I've done a couple of these before. I was initially opposed to doing vlogs, and then like a genius I bought a vlogging camera, the G7X Mark II, and hey, you know what? Coincidentally, I fell in love with it, and I realized vlogging isn't just vanity, because that was initially why I hated it. It really does help. It's good. It's helpful. So I'm going to do them as long as I feel that they're helpful. And even if only 3 of you watch, I don't care. That's great. I appreciate it. I'll do these sporadically when I feel like they're necessary. So without further ado, today's a special day. I had my final college class at this particular college I've been to for the past 3 years. I'm graduating on Saturday. It's my first cap and gown I've ever done. I graduated high school, no problem. Well, no problem. I got kind of crappy grades, which is why I'm in this situation to begin with. But I graduated, got my diploma and everything, but I didn't attend the ceremony. I attended the ceremony from the stands with a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. And I've always regretted that decision because my grandmother died like 4 or 5 months after that due to cancer, and she could have actually been there to watch her grandson graduate and actually accomplish something. And I hated that about myself because it was a completely selfish decision. I robbed my grandmother of that memory, I robbed my parents of it, and it was purely selfish. It was my anxiety that allowed that to happen. I didn't want the attention, I didn't want to be noticed, and I didn't understand the formal, procedure of it, and a lot of nervousness, a lot of random stuff that most people don't even think about. And I hate that. And this is my way of redeeming it, is going through this and at least doing it for her memory, my grandmother, and for my parents. It's not for me. So there's a sentimental attachment to this school. I'm a sentimental guy. I can't help it. Call it a gift. Call it a curse. It's probably both. Somewhere in between. But this school is also where Michelle and I, my ex-girlfriend, who is frequently on this channel, it's where we met. Okay, we met in 2014, around mid to late January, in an AutoCAD class. A CAD is like just like computer design, like making tables, and it's very technical, which is why I wasn't too proficient in it, but it is what it is. And I still remember a lot about, there's so much sentimental attachment to it. And I still remember, the first day she introduced herself, and I thought she was cute, and I was like, I gotta talk to that girl, and the history is what it is. And leaving this school means I'm leaving behind a lot of those memories, That parking lot where we had our first kiss, holding hands between class. If I had it my way, things would have been a lot different. You can't force somebody to accept something. They have to accept it themselves, which requires introspection, which requires a lot of intestinal fortitude, we'll say. So in relation to everything I've been talking about, what does this have to do with the channel? Well, when Michelle and I broke up, I had a ton of Disney videos from last year, 2016. I had them all done, ready to go. And then I was faced with the dilemma. Do I upload this stuff, or it's already uploaded, honestly. Do I let it go out, or do I delete everything? Deleting everything is not my style. I like to remember people for who they were, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I assure you, there was no ugliness on the outside of Michelle. And we had good memories. The bad memories don't corrupt the good ones. They exist, and I have to remember the bad ones along with the good ones to have an accurate portrayal of this person, and she has to do the same thing for me and for anybody else. People are not good or bad or all this way or that way. That's not how things work. And in order to have an accurate memory of our relationship, I need to remember the good, because it's super easy to remember the bad, trust me. I do it on a daily basis. But to remember the good gives you a balanced perspective on how things actually were. You would think that it would make me really sad, and there are definitely times where I can't look at anything, and I don't want to see anything, but overall, looking at the good times, remembering them, watching them, hearing them, it's like, man, this is why we were together. This is why. Like our Mitsukoshi food video that's going to go up, one of the best things I've ever done on camera. It's so funny. We're just trying a bunch of bizarre Japanese foods from the snack place at Epcot. I love that video. I can't wait for people to see it. So that is why over the summer there's going to be a lot of videos of Michelle and I on this channel. I want to make it very clear we are not together. We're not even talking. But that's why they're up, because it's important to remember people for how they actually were, not for the more convenient way to remember them. And that's what I'm going to do. So it's sad, it's happy, it's a mix of different emotions. It is what it is. This will be the send-off for us, is the happy times, right? So as this camera battery dies, I think that's the camera's way of telling me to wrap this thing up. This is obviously a complex issue. You know, I hope I thoroughly explained myself as to why I'm just letting this stuff go online. Again, none of this is new. Like, I'm not working on anything new. It's just already ready to go. I'm just gonna let it go up. Hope she understands that. Other than that, you know, I just hit a milestone birthday, and while this year sucked, you know, for a lot of it, her dog died the day after New Year's. My cat died. My poor Aiden. We broke up right after that, or right before that, rather. You know what? I'm graduating, getting a certificate, getting a degree on top of that. I have a great GPA. I'm transferring over schools. The best is yet to come. And at the milestone age I hit recently, I would never even have dreamed of saying that when I was like 15. When I was 15, if I bowled a bad game, I hated myself. Whereas now, if I bowl a bad game, I would just laugh. Like, this is stupid. Why do I care about how good I am at this thing that I'm not good at? And that's great. That's the great thing about age. Getting older isn't that bad. It's bad in certain respects. I wish I was 24 again, trust me. I'd make up for lost time, but at the end of the day, I'm making the best out of what I have now. And I hope that is inspirational to people to do that themselves. Because I'm cynical as hell about a lot of stuff. But you got to have that mentality of, you know what? I'm going to make the most of this, best yet to come, see what happens next. Yeah, so I guess that's life, and I'm done being a preachy life person. Thank you for watching my vlog. Hope it all made sense. And I'll see you next time. Bye.